Hello everyone and welcome to Bingewatch, your weekly go-to show for everything to do with TV, movies, and of course stream-friendly entertainment. I'm Lucy James, still pining over the end of Fargo Season 2. Joining me this week, as always, is Captain of the USS GameSpot, Dave Jewett.
Make it so.
Oh goodness. And let me tell you a little bit about anime, Timur Hussein.
Anime.
He does this a lot, seriously, in the office, every day. So guys, we're coming right off the back of San Diego Comic-Con. So we are spoiled for choice for things to talk about, but we've gone through it with a fine-tooth comb to find you the biggest stories. I mean, to be honest, I spent most of the weekend just looking at the incredible cosplay, particularly the Overwatch stuff and the Game of Thrones stuff.
Yeah.
You can find some galleries and videos on GameSpot.com, but without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, we're going to kick things off with all the big DC news. So luckily, Timur here is our resident DC expert. Tam, what were the big takeaways from this year's show?
There was a lot. So they had a DC/Warner Brothers panel, and like I said, there was a lot in there, so I'm going to channel the Speed Force to get through this quickly. The first thing that they showed was the debut trailer for Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman!
Which was excellent. I don't know if you guys saw it. I'm assuming you did.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
What did you think of it?
The action scenes looked like they were as intense as Batman v Superman, but didn't have Superman in it, so they were good.
A1.
Oh no, I really like the look of it. Because I thought when I was watching Batman vs Superman, Wonder Woman was one of the redeeming qualities of that movie,
Sure.
and I was excited to see what they would do. And I thought Gal Gadot was a great Wonder Woman, so I'm really excited also to get Chris Pine. Chris Pine, get him out of the Enterprise, get him in a different franchise.
Yeah, I really liked it, and what I noticed was it kind of what made her memorable as a character in Batman vs Superman was also kind of what made the trailer for Wonder Woman quite memorable. The badass Wonder Woman character, like she did a lot of punching dudes, and she did it really well. She did like a no scope 420 in the air at one point with a bow and arrow, and I was like, COD player,
right.
Definitely. And like there was like a heart to it as well. Like she met Chris Pine's character, and their relationship is going to be a key part of the the movie going forward. Humor, color. It was like the first trailer that kind of like denoted a shift in kind of tone and style for the DC movies.
Very, moving away from the darkness, from the bit kind of po-faced.
Yeah,
I don't know. World War One is still pretty dark.
Yeah, but into like the Marvel, stuff's going on, it's all really bad, but we're gonna have a little quip here and there.
Yeah, I like the last line where she helped the secretary be a little more woke.
Oh yeah.
What is a secretary?
I go where he tells me to go and I do what he tells me to do.
Oh, well, where I'm from, that's called slavery.
I really like her.
Fantastic. Ladies, after you.
I do. I like.
So more of that kind of shift in tone we got to see in the Justice League trailer.
Yes.
So finally, the squad is together. No, I shouldn't call them the squad.
Because, I mean,
The League.
conflicting DC.
The League is being put together. Batman is continuing his efforts to, assemble the greatest superhero group in DC's
Assemble.
universe. I keep
Superman
adding
in.
like other like franchises into this. The Guardians. Oh my god. So what did you think of that trailer? I as a huge fan of the Justice League, it made me very, very happy to see these characters come together, and the dynamic seems to be one we're familiar with. It kind of reminded me of the one I'd read in comics, or even like in the animated series. You get like carefree but also kind of a bit vulnerable Flash. You get Batman and Wonder Woman's dynamic. It seems it's a little lighter. It's not like the one they had with between Batman and Superman in the movie, which was just
Can we talk a little bit about Aquaman?
Yes.
My days.
I think because
You made him
everyone's
look
made so much fun of him, are they throwing it that much further into the other end? Like, he's been made fun of for years. Let's make him the most badass thing about the whole trailer.
So badass. He was unbelievable. I thought Flash as well. Clearly the comedic chops of the squad, League. Can't say squad because it's Suicide Squad. But that was fun. And again, it's like doing the Marvel thing. Quip.
Yeah.
Every 10 seconds or so. But I
don't think it's going to be as much like Marvel is, because Marvel, they build their like a lot more around comedy. I think this is going to be like the little personality shining through. And Aquaman seems to be he's always his issue is that he has to balance his kind of allegiance and responsibility to the land above versus his own kingdom. And I think that's key to what his angst is about. I think if there's going to be any angst in the movie, it's going to be mainly focused around him, which I'm okay with. Also him standing in front of the wave while it's just like crashing into him was bit much.
One thing I didn't like though is how in the trailer everyone kind of got their little introduction and some bands, and then Cyborg's just like, I'm here.
And Cyborg was there too.
Yeah, I just hope that doesn't reflect on how his character's going to be in the movie. Like,
Yeah,
give
I mean-
Cyborg some shine, man.
Yeah, he's key to that the league in terms of getting stuff done. Like he can open portals, and he's basically the information guy. But he's also very, very important to like as a powerhouse. So I hope they give him equal amount of attention. The next one we got to see was Suicide Squad, which is out in a couple weeks. I am continuing to like be surprised at how much I'm excited about it. It seems like I think they're trying to position it as the big movie that the kind of really, really pivots on what DC and Warner's movies are going to be like. So we had Batman vs Superman, and people are like, man, this is a bit boring and it's a bit too angsty.
A bit.
I'm a bit of an apologist for those movies. But I think this is the start of them saying like, we can do fun movies too. Look at all the color. We've got
What's
Skrillex.
up, fellow kids?
Yeah. Check out our Rick Ross song. But yeah, you guys I know a lot of people that are like, I'm done now with DC. I'm full Marvel. Are you guys being drawn back into I very much am being drawn back into it by the Suicide Squad stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I wanted something that's a bit more fun, especially after like the biggest thing was The Dark Knight previously. Bit of a palate cleanser in the way of Suicide Squad would be good, and it had some really good music in that trailer.
Oh, yeah,
21 Pilots.
Yeah.
I will see Suicide Squad. I'm not like jumping up and down to see it. I think it has the potential to be good, and I hope it is good. I'm at the point now where I've just been so oversaturated by the marketing. I'm just like, oh, it's another Suicide Squad trailer. Like, it's a character trailer, another trailer. I'm just like, I'm done now. I just want to see it. Okay.
I'd rather take the here's a character, like constantly seeing pictures of characters, than them really digging into like, this is the story, because I hate it when trailers do that, especially for superheroes movies, because traditionally they're not overly complex. So like, just keep it brief. Just show me the characters, move on. I'm alright with that.
So coming out of Comic-Con, how do we think DC's looking?
I think they're looking a lot better than they did before and after Batman vs Superman and all the other Superman movies. I think it shows that someone there is listening and understands what they need to do to change, and someone there is also looking at Marvel and being like, they seem to have this nailed down, maybe we should borrow it. I think someone's reining in Zack Snyder as well and being like, you aren't as good as you think you are, relax. And getting some other people in and reshoots and giving more money for that stuff it's encouraging. I'm more encouraged now than I have been before.
Yeah, I'm on board with that. Like you said, they're taking lessons from Marvel. They've realized that the dark, gritty stuff isn't going to last forever, that people are going to get bored of that. And I imagine that's probably half the reason why Suicide Squad got the green light. They were like, okay, let's at least try something silly, something fun, something a bit wild. So hopefully if that pays off, we'll see more cool, different stuff from DC, because they've got the back catalogue of interesting characters.
Yeah.
Like,
they have some of my favourite.
Yeah, they've just never been brave enough to explore them. So hopefully now they will be.
Booster Gold movie.
Don't know who that is.
I don't know if you do. Okay, well that was DC. Dave, what did Marvel have to show?
Well, Marvel obviously put up a good fight as well. There was plenty to get excited about from their offerings. First up, one of the coolest showings, from my opinion, was the Doctor Strange trailer. There was definite Inception vibes with the whole Earth bending thing.
I thought it was Inception meets sort of Matrixy meets Quantum Break.
I mean, I'd watch that movie anyway.
Yeah.
But it's personally, I'm excited to see Marvel jump into the realms of the magic and fantastical. We've done dark gritty, we've done superhero teams, we've done space and different galaxies. Let's throw some magic about, man.
Yeah. I think they kind of need to do that now, right? With all the stuff that's happening on Netflix and with Iron Fist and Defenders and that kind of stuff. They need to start exploring more of the other flavors of the Marvel universe. I think we can only take so much of the Avengers fighting amongst each other and then fighting a really weird like
one-off.
One-off, like, oh, where the hell what is that, Fing Fang Foom? Like, what's going on here? But yeah, I think they need to start exploring that stuff more. And I think Doctor Strange is good because it's doing that, but it's also kind of like a character study of that character and kind of his flaws and what he needs to become the Sorcerer Supreme and that kind of stuff. So
And his bad American accent.
Yeah.
How do I get from here to there?
And his amazing magnetic cape. Did you see that?
Oh god, that
My
cape flip.
goodness.
I need that
awesome.
cape. I got up straight away and tried to do that with my coat and just immediately pissed off my cat.
What I want to know is, what is the difference between a cape and a cloak? I think he's walking a fine line.
I think a cloak goes over your front and the cape is over your shoulders, just around the back.
But I really like the look of the trailer.
Yeah.
Tilda Swinton, obviously.
It's colourful.
Hanging on the side of a building.
Yeah, and it was
swapping
And
Wi-Fi
he looks
passwords.
great. He looks good, I
Yeah.
think.
he embodies Doctor Strange.
Embodies the magic.
Carries himself.
And from the TV side, we got to learn about Daredevil season 3.
It's happening.
Hopefully better than season 2. Feast our eyes on the trailer for Luke Cage, which looked badass.
That was great.
Excellent choice of music.
Yeah.
The superhero trailers are nailing it with
Yeah,
music.
the
Can I just
music's
shout
on
that out?
point,
I
yeah.
really just hope they've got one guy who's got like this amazing Spotify playlist and just goes.
It's just called
this one.
Wu-Tang Clan. Just scrolling
The best
through it,
of.
yeah, the best of Wu-Tang Clan.
Iron Fist looks pretty exciting as well.
I will never be able to see him as anything other than Loris Tyrell, which is awful.
Oh no, yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Good point.
I mean, they didn't show much of that trailer. Like it was just
Hey,
a bit of him.
Danny.
But then in the Defenders trailer, it said there was like, who is Danny Rand?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, there's a mystery around.
But the
it.
Defenders was
It's
very teasy. It did the spelling out the Defenders in the kind of ransom note style.
Come
like
as
that.
You Are by Nirvana as well.
Yeah,
Another excellent
another solid
music choice.
And at the end, you hear Stick. Well, what sounds like
it was
Oh, it is
definitely
Stick,
him. It is
yeah.
him.
we hear Stick, who obviously was Daredevil's ninja trainer, blind
Mentor.
dude. So that further solidifies the group. But with 4 hero stories meeting now, I'm interested to know what the predictions are for the series, because it's very hard to balance 4 massive personalities, I think.
Yeah, I think the Stick's kind of presence kind of hints at who they're fighting. It's going to be the Hand, right? And the Hand.
But we
one-
accidentally called the
who-
Foot
who I-
talking before.
Yeah,
which
frequently
are
confused with
the bad
the
guys
Foot,
from
yeah.
Teenage Mutant
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles.
So like, and they're not a kind of like one dude type group. When they come in force. So it's going to be a lot of
Wings.
them. So I imagine it's going to be
There's a
the whole
handful of them.
Oh.
It's going to be like the whole of New York is covered in these Hand dudes. So we need to split up. And then they'll just get on the phone with each other and FaceTime and stuff. How's it going, Luke? Yeah, good.
Hey, buddy.
Pow, pow.
Skype logo in the corner.
Yeah.
What about you, Lucy? Are you excited for the Defenders?
I'm excited. I'm also interested to see like more heroes. I feel like Daredevil season 2 I wasn't the biggest fan of. There was some bit like the Punisher was incredible. I absolutely loved him, but I felt like Daredevil's story, I want him to meet more characters like Jessica Jones had Luke Cage.
Yeah,
Really
sure.
wanna see that.
And finally, we had the trailer for Legion.
Give it to me now.
Oh, wow, Lucy's excited for it.
No,
I wasn't
'cause
sure what to think of the teaser, but
No, because I've just come off the bat of watching Fargo, and Noah Hawley, who's the guy who brought Fargo to TV, was originally a movie by the Coen brothers. Like that show is so unbelievably good. He's got some of the same actors from it, and he's got Matthew Crawley from Downton Abbey
I had no idea what
as
that was.
as the lead guy. I'm in.
Well, it's on FX rather than Netflix.
Yeah.
So it's not exactly clear how we'll get to see it in the UK, hopefully.
Likely Netflix. to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
It follows David Haller and deals with issues of...
Holla holla,
God damn it.
get dollar.
Holla holla, get your own TV series.
It's not used Wu-Tang Clan. So holla holla get dollar.
I don't know.
But it deals with
ODB
things
says.
like schizophrenia, mental health, and kind of combines his powers with all these dealings as well.
I mean, like, you know who he is, right? He's Xavier's son.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of that. Wow, that's starting to make sense now. It's definitely got a different vibe from what we've seen in the previous series.
Well, he's got more hair than Xavier.
different
Stop
different
this.
vibe and different hairstyles. But from early impressions from the trailer, I'm into it. I'm anything that's given me a different vibe and a palate cleanser from what we've already seen.
Yeah.
Finally, something in the X-Men universe we can get excited about.
Stop this. It's too soon.
All right, well, just quickly then, of all of Marvel's offerings, what we've talked about and what we haven't, what are you most excited about for the
Legion.
next 18 months coming from Marvel?
Captain Marvel.
Oh God,
Captain
yeah.
Marvel.
Brie Larson. Yes.
Marvel's gonna be rad.
She's gonna be. That's all there was. Captain Marvel and Brie Larson, same person. But
Yeah.
I'm on board with that. Yeah, that's what I'm excited about.
All right, I'm on board. Captain Marvel, Legion,
And Iron Fist.
and,
Sorry, I forgot about Iron Fist.
and Wu-Tang Clan.
And Wu-Tang Clan. I really like anime.
I guess finally from San Diego Comic-Con, we got a look at the new Star Trek. Sort of.
The ship.
We got to look at the ship, but I mean, it's already causing a lot of drams
Yeah.
because it does obviously look very, very different, and it is not an Enterprise. It's not the Enterprise at all. It's called the USS Discovery NCC 1031.
Catchy.
Which also and we also find out the name of the TV show is going to be Star Trek Discovery
Abbreviated to
STD. I feel like, well, the thing is, in America, they call it VD,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And then I think they've gone from VD straight to STI, whereas in the UK, it's always been
STD.
sexually transmitted diseases, STD.
Sexually transmitted
I
discovery.
just want to be the first person to say this new Star Trek is worse than STD. First.
Stop it. No, give it a chance. But
I'm sure it's going to be excellent.
They had a big panel, and it was quite disappointing actually, because if we were hoping to find out stuff about the new Star Trek, we didn't get any cast or anything.
Yeah.
No.
But we did find out that it's going to be set in the Prime universe, so not the J.J. Abrams alt timeline universe, which is quite cool.
Phew.
And the ship itself was designed. Right, this is quite cool. I've done some digging. Everyone's recognizing it. Like Ralph McQuarrie designed a prototype ship that looked very much like this back in the 70s for a Star Trek movie that ended up getting canned. Ralph McQuarrie then went on to basically create the look of Star Wars,
Oh.
which is really cool. And this is what the Discovery actually looks like. It looks like his old concept art for what he did for Star Trek back in the 70s, which is quite cool. So people are trying to figure out where Discovery is going to be set. We're going to find out more in January. But did you guys watch the teaser? What did you think?
I saw a bit of it. I'm always kind of... I'm in and out with Star Trek. It's sometimes I watch it and I'm like, yeah, this is great, but a lot of the times I'm just like, it's the pacing of it that kind of like I'm not always on board with. I have to be in a specific mood to really enjoy Star Trek. Whereas something like Star Wars, I can get on board with straight away because view, and that's kind of me.
But it's the
like,
Federation, and they just want unity. And
having said that, I'm in the mood for something a little more Mass Effect flavored to watch.
Yeah.
That's my kind of lens that I'm seeing this through. So like, I'm excited about it, and I'm always willing to give it an opportunity. I do like Star Trek.
Well, the guy who's actually writing it and is, I think the co-creator is Brian Fuller, who, Dave, you're watching Voyager at the minute. This guy's written a bunch of Voyager, a bunch of Deep Space Nine. Do you think he can put his mark on a new Trek?
It's kind of concerning, to be honest, because as much as I love Voyager, I'm like going through all of Voyager again. I'm kind of in the mood for like a grittier Star Trek. I know I said before I like need a palate cleanser, but
since then, he did Pushing Daisies, admittedly, not the gritty thing you're looking for.
A little bit.
Kind of, it's kind of dark. But he's also done Hannibal.
it's pretty
And
great.
he's
That's pretty great.
and the American Gods, and the first
Yeah.
trailer for that looks gritty.
I mean,
Gritty
if
AF.
it's a Star Trek where I'm going to see, like, it looks like an early design the ship, so I'm anticipating that they're still at war with the Klingons. If I see some badass like Federation troopers getting gritty in the trenches with some Klingons, with their batleths and stuff,
That sounds
that'd be
vaguely sexual.
baller. Anything in Star Trek can be sexual.
Yeah.
You just add an extra like vowel to the end of a word. But yes, gritty
Into
Star
it.
Trek, I'd be into it.
Bridgie. I'm trying to do it.
Want to get Bridgie with it?
Oh.
Na.
And I mean, other than Comic-Con news, the one thing everyone's been talking about is Stranger Things on Netflix, brand new original series that I am currently super, super obsessed with. Guys, have you seen it?
I have seen it. I've watched a couple of episodes, and I really like it
How much are you in love with Barb?
a lot. I like the kid with no teeth, though.
Yeah, he's
I
awesome.
don't know that I haven't seen enough to learn all their names yet, but the kid with no teeth is my MVP of everything.
I haven't seen it yet, but apparently I've got a kid with no teeth to look forward to.
And there's the little girl that like there's an argument happening at one point, and she's just like,
She is great. I mean, there are obviously, I think the best thing about it for me is Winona Ryder's star turn as Joyce Byers. But if you have been watching Stranger Things, then keep an eye out at youtube.com/GameSpot, because I'm currently working on a piece where it's basically all the movies, books, podcasts and things you will like if you like Stranger Things, because that show is just steeped in references and things from the late 70s, through the 80s. And it's so awesome.
yes.
Spoiler, there's a ton of Stephen King in there. It's
He likes
basically-
it.
He loves it.
Mm.
And I love it too.
And I love Stephen King.
Wait,
I
what?
think it's all okay.
Listen, this is your homework for next week. I'm gonna make you watch it. But that's all we got time for this week on Bingewatch. Thank you very much for watching. You can find us on Twitter at Lucy James Games.
I'm at Irregular Dave.
And I'm at Tamor H.
If you like the video, make sure to like and subscribe for more, and we will see you next time.